Okay guys, this is just a tutorial on how I do my brows. As you can see, I have one brow already done. Okay guys, first I'm going to start with the spoolie. I'm going to brush out my brow with the spoolie. Okay, then I'm going to take this little pencil. It is by Ruby Kisses. It's just a plain dark brown eyebrow pencil. And I'm going to use that to sketch out my brow. First I'm going to sketch along the bottom, and then I'm going to do the same at the top lightly. And I'm not putting the pencil all the way down to the beginning of my brow. I'm going to blend it out there, but I'm going to start drawing it about right here. Just trying to sketch a straight line. Okay, and I'm going to do the same at the top. And you see I have two parts and it's empty. Okay, now I want to try to bring them together. I brought them together right there, and then I'm going to drag that top one down for the tail of my brow. Okay, now I'm just filling it in with light, very light strokes, just to put some color in there. And I'm going to draw more of an arch up here. And I'm just sketching the brow out. Now that I've filled the brow in with my pencil, I'm going to blend that pencil out in my brow. And I'm going to be dragging some of that pencil down to the front of my brow, brushing upward. Now that I've sketched and I have basically my sketch of my brow, I'm going to take this other end of my spoolie, which is a angled brush, and I'm going to use this dark brown eyeshadow. I use eyeshadow because it works. This is just the e.l.f. dual eyeshadow in dark brown. And I'm going to fill in my brow, concentrating on the end, because the end is nothing but pencil, and throughout the day that can just disappear on me. So I'm setting it with the eyeshadow so that it stays all day. Don't worry about if your lines aren't as straight as you want them to be, because we're going to clean that up with the concealer and make it as perfect as we can get it. So now, since I put the powder in there, I'm going to now blend it out with this spoolie again. Okay. So now I'm going to go in with my concealer. It's going to get just a little on the tip of my brush. Right. I'm going to start cleaning up my brow, and I like to start with the concealer at the highest point of the brow. That's where I put the bulk of my concealer, and then I drag the rest towards the front and the end. I have this one up pretty high, so I'm going to attempt to clean this one up the same way. Just take my finger And we should always use our ring finger on our eye area because it applies less pressure than your other fingers, but sometimes I forget. Okay, and now that that's on there, I'm going to use a tinge of my foundation, which is not as bright as my it's not as bright as my, I got a very tinge of it, and that's too much. And I'm just going to get that on the tip of my brush, a very little. And I'm going to clean up the top of my brow the same way I did my bottom. I don't like the point. I kind of like my arch to be a bit rounded. Okay, and I'm just making that really wide up here so that I can blend it out. And I always use my little angled kabuki brush from Royal Care Cosmetics. I use that to blend. And now I'm just going to go back in just to blend out the front of my brow a little bit more because I don't like the boxed. These are my completed brows.